You're standing on the wall. It's night. It's cold. There's no wind, but the dampness penetrates your bones. You haven't slept in 30 hours. Your eyes are drooping. Your eyelids are heavy as stone slabs. The enemy is out there, in the darkness. You can't see them, but you know they're waiting for you to close your eyes, waiting for your head to fall to your chest. 1 second of sleep, and you're dead, and the entire camp is dead. You can't sleep, but your body betrays you. What will you do? Pinch yourself? Rub your face? Scream? The Roman legionnaires found a way. Strange, disgusting, but brilliant. They sniffed something to stay awake while on duty, and that something will make you wince. What did the Romans sniff? The answer is shocking. Let's go. A Roman sentry was not allowed to sleep. Never, under any circumstances. The punishment for sleeping on duty was 1. Death. Even if you were a legionary with 20 years of service, even if you saved a centurion in battle, close your eyes on duty, you die. Why such cruelty? Because one sleeping sentry could destroy an entire legion. The barbarians weren't fools. They waited, they watched, and they knew when the sentries were asleep. The Romans feared sleep more than arrows. That's why they had a system. The first step was physical. A sentry couldn't sit, only stand. Sometimes he'd walk, 2 steps forward, 2 back. Movement kept his eyes open, but after 3 hours, even walking didn't help. Then step 2 came into play. Comrade. Every sentry had a vigilance partner, another soldier who came once an hour, not to talk, talking distracted from the sounds of the enemy, but to strike, lightly, on the shoulder, on the helmet, whip with a branch. This blow brought the sleepy man back to reality, but after 5 hours, the pain stopped helping. The body adjusted. The soldier fell asleep standing. Then the Romans resorted to a last resort, chemical. A Roman legionary always carried a flask, not with water, with vinegar. He drank vinegar. He disinfected wounds with vinegar, and he sniffed vinegar. The sharp, sour, acrid smell of vinegar filled his nose, and his brain woke up in a second. The sentry would wet his finger with vinegar and bring it to his nose. He would take a deep breath. His eyes watered. My nose was stinging. I felt less sleepy. For a minute. Then again. But vinegar wasn't the only remedy. The Romans sniffed ash from a fire, dry, acrid, stinging. They'd put a pinch in their hand, rub it between their fingers, and inhale. Microparticles of coal settled in their noses, irritating the mucous membranes. Sneezing, tears, vigor. Ash was everywhere, from every fire, free, available. But there was a third component, the strangest, grass. The Romans knew which plants invigorated. Mint, wormwood, rue. They'd rub the leaves between their fingers and inhale the scent. Mint cleared the breath. Wormwood stimulated circulation. But the main ingredient was wild chervil. The name isn't important. The effect was important. It caused a slight burning sensation in the nose and watery eyes. It was impossible to sleep after that. Now imagine winter. Everything was frozen. No grass. The ashes were wet. The vinegar had frozen in the flask. What then? Then there was one last tool. The most disgusting. Your own urine. Yes, Roman sentries sniffed urine. In extreme cases, when nothing else worked, they poured a little into their palm, brought it to their nose, and inhaled. Ammonia is a powerful stimulant. It tears up your nose. It makes your brain scream. Wake up. After a breath like that, you couldn't sleep for at least an hour. Sounds crazy? For us, yes. For a Roman, it was discipline. But there were other methods. Cruel. Centurions carried a stick, a vitus, a vine twisted into a knot. If a centurion noticed a sentry nodding off, he didn't wake him gently. He'd hit his hands with the stick, his legs, his helmet. The blow to the helmet created a ringing sound that woke not only the sentry but also the neighboring posts. Sometimes, centurions used water, ice cold, from the river. They poured it down the collar, but water was scarce, so they beat. And yet, why such cruelty? Because the enemy was crueler. The barbarians knew that if a sentry was sleeping, they could climb the wall, cut his throat, open the gates, massacre the entire camp in an hour. One man's sleep was worth the lives of 5,000. The Romans countered harshly, and they had a system unknown to other armies. The Persians used opium tincture. It invigorated, but caused hallucinations. Soldiers saw enemies where none existed, and missed the real ones. The Greeks chewed coca leaves during Alexander's campaigns, but it was addictive. After a month, a soldier couldn't sleep at all. He'd go crazy. The Celts drank animal blood, It invigorated, but spoiled quickly. Only the Romans developed a system of 5 tools: walking, hitting a friend, vinegar, ashes, urine. It's simple. Everything is accessible. Everything works. No magic, just physiology and cruelty. Now, honestly, how many sentries do you think fell asleep each night throughout the Roman Empire? Dozens, hundreds, but most woke up because either a centurion with a stick was waiting for them, or an enemy with a knife. They chose the stick. Do you think you could survive one night on the wall? No coffee, no phone, no tea, just vinegar, ash, and urine. Let me know in the comments, and in the next video, I'll tell you how Roman soldiers treated lice in the camp, and why they feared scabies more than the sword. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. And now, go, get some sleep. You won't have any vinegar tomorrow. The end.